fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding.
Hey, good morning, Andy, sir. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Always good to see you. Oh, no. Look at this. Waking up to a massive Bitcoin dump. Whole market red. Heading for a bloodbath, it looks like, today in the crypto markets. Good morning, China. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, that's right, guys. Bitcoin now down to 60,000. Man, oh man, sentiment. Total 180 there. I mean, talking like we're back, ramping up for a second half of the year run, and man, everything's changed now. And we'll get into why here. And this all ties back potentially to the Mt. Gox repayments. You guys remember, $9 billion worth of Bitcoin was to be repaid to creditors of Mt. Gox, that OG crypto exchange. Okay, we had some hopium here that $9 billion wouldn't actually be $9 billion. That would be valued from, I think it was 2014 levels, which would have made it more like 75 million. Way less, way less. I don't know if it's playing out to be like that. I don't think we know still. I don't think we even know that this is Mt. Gox repayments that are actually hitting the market here. What we do know is that this morning, in just a 3-minute period, we saw $180 million worth of Bitcoin sold off. So, significant sell-off in a short period absolutely will impact the market. But right now, there's a lot of feeling out of what's going on. I mean, that's what's happening out there right now. A lot of people sharing their thoughts, their TA. I got to tell you guys, it's tricky to know who to trust. Make sure you are checking reputable sources. I am not a gigabrain crypto trader, right? If you want to get deep TA, you got to find TA guys. That's not me. I'm reporting things I read out there, the things that I believe in, but I'm not doing TA. I don't know what's actually happening behind the scenes there. Some of these guys do, but I'm going to show you guys. Some of these guys don't. And they'll make it look really official. This looks scary, right? This chart is showing that we just saw the biggest movement of Bitcoin ever. It's saying it's $9 billion, seems to line right up, right? He's showing this is the biggest move of Bitcoin between wallets. Somebody else, though, chiming in and saying, look, that is still moving like internally. That's not like it's moving from one wallet to a completely different wallet. That is like a single entity just shifting some funds around internally. We have no idea what the reason could be. Could be anything. Okay, so you got to learn who you can actually trust here. Even guys who you've maybe made some bags off of, right? Their calls, Ansem. This is Ansem yesterday evening saying the bottom's in. He's calling the bottom, right? Awesome meme coin trader, by the way. I like this guy a lot. But just this morning, complete 180 here too, saying this isn't the bottom, and he thinks we could fall as low as 40K. Okay? Trust yourself. Honestly, put in the work and do some TA yourself. It's honestly not hard. You know, it's hard to get deep and know the inside of that space, what's actually trading there that's not in the charts, but highly recommend you learn TA and get into it. If you got a lot invested in this, make sure you're following people you trust or know how to do some TA yourself at least, okay? All right, what we do know and what we can see for ourselves is Bitcoin ETF inflows, outflows. Unfortunately, yesterday, outflows outpacing inflows. So we were negative 13.7 Bitcoin yesterday. First day in 5 business days that we saw negative outflows. Okay, so I'm just going to keep looking at the stuff that I can see for myself. This is one of them. It's a good metric. We do have some positive stuff coming. We really do. And I didn't realize this was positive until I read more about it. Actually read some guys I do trust a little more. And they're dropping some facts that just make sense here. Okay, FTX, kind of like Mt. Gox, is returning funds to their creditors, right? And in this case, it's like $16 billion worth of it. Now, I pictured $16 billion worth of Solana and other tokens. Those would be getting back to those creditors directly in token form. It's not. It's going to reach them in cash. Man, if people had invested in Sol 2-3 years ago, and assuming there's some Bitcoin in here, I'm not positive. It might be all Sol. But if there were other tokens involved as well, you got a bunch of people who are in crypto. You put $16 billion in the hands of crypto traders. There's a pretty good chance that a good portion of that is going back into the crypto markets. To me, it just makes sense. And let's be safe. Let's say 10% of it. Let's say a quarter of it. Man, if we're saying that $9 billion worth of Bitcoin liquidations is going to tank this market, and it should, it will, well, I think like 4 billion, 5 billion coming into the market is going to help quite a bit too, whenever that comes around. Now, that may be later this year, that may be at some point next year, could be delayed, right? But that is coming. It's something to be looking forward to. It's not all bad news here, okay? Moving on to the NFT market, guys. Decent morning so far. We'll see if it catches up to crypto prices or if floor prices are up enough to offset it. But looking at the Crypto Slam 500 NFT index measuring the value of the market, up 0.6% this morning. We will certainly take that. Sales yesterday, this is cross-chain sales, by the way, 17.7 million. Unique sellers down yesterday, unique buyers way up, and total transactions way up too. Average sale price falling to the lowest I can remember. Well, okay, I thought it was lower than I'd seen in quite a while. It looks like we were just as low just a week ago, okay? And trade profits, lower than we'd seen. That I feel confident about. Lower than we'd seen recently, still in the negative, about $250,000 there. And the negative. Top collections move in this market. Guys, these Polygon collections are getting blown away today. We had a good chat about them. They do not belong, right? So this ZNFT, going to be gone. ONFA might be a little different. I'm not going to get deeper into that one. I don't know. It doesn't look legit to me, but it is different than the rest. But guys, we got D-Market cooking. We got Bored Ape Yacht Club. Gods Unchained, Milady Maker. I'm skipping those Polygon ones and pushing Meat. Well, Meat is your number 10 collection, but we're pushing Azuki up, Dozuki, Pudgy Penguins, Node Monks, and I don't know if Solana Monkey Business. Yeah, well, what the hell? They're up there too. So that's your real top 10 collections this morning. And then your top sales. This is interesting, guys. We got a CryptoPunk at the number 1 spot, about 32 ETH. I don't know what Karunai is. I have no idea. I please tell me I'm not this out of touch. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what a dark flex is. Okay, so cool. I have some digging to do before we get to Chain Reactor. Never heard of these collections, or I don't remember them, but there you go. Those are 2 of your top 5 collectible sales. We got a couple Bored Apes in here. We've got some Bitcoin Shrooms, which I love those guys, and some D's nodes, man. These are awesome dedicated nodes for you to trade over on that Solana ecosystem. It does give you a good leg up. These are way cheaper than I've seen them go for recently. These were selling for, I want to say, around $200,000 the last many sales. So pretty steep discount here. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a sign of the meme coin ecosystem changing over on Solana, but certainly noticing that. All right, Pudgy Penguins yesterday. They've been the talk of the town since last week, since announcing the abstract chain. They're doing all the right things. Love seeing it. Love hearing Luca talk about their products and their vision. And yesterday we saw a massive separation, the biggest separation we've ever seen between Pudgy Penguins and Bored Apes, nearly 2.5 ETH. Again, we've never seen that. Now this morning, things pulling back, coming back down to reality, but still 1.5 ETH between Pudgies and the Bored Apes. But this crypto market is spooking people, and you can see floor prices down there on the Ethereum side. You got to see the same over on Bitcoin. About less extreme over here, though, right now. Prices were already low. They didn't really see much of a bounce. And then Solana's ecosystem. About the same thing, I am certainly noticing Sensei, which is, man, a brand new mint from last week, still doing well. It's up from last week even. So keeping my eyes locked on that Solana ecosystem and watching to see if we get more new mints that do well on secondary, and Gigabuds is our other example of that. But yeah, keeping my eye on this ecosystem. With crypto being the way it is, I still am sensing something cooking in Solana. Thanks to the ETFs, thanks to Blinks and Actions. Just a lot of building over there is really attractive to people. Okay, big scam here in the past 24 hours too. Feel like we haven't seen one of these in a while, but they're always there. Maybe it just wasn't big enough to make the news. But yes, a user drained, lost 6 Bored Apes, 40 beans, 3 elementals. Those Bored Apes, by the way, also had their ApeCoin stake, so it was about $50,000 in each, so an extra $300,000 lost in this compromise here. What's interesting is this was a little different type of hack, like TLDR. Okay, they fished signatures. Truthfully, I need to dig into this more. I don't fully understand how it works, but the TLDR here is when these are listed, they are listed above the floor price so somebody else doesn't grab them. But if they do grab them, the royalty is set. And again, I don't know how you set the royalty on a blur listing, but the royalty is set to go back to the hacker or to the buyer. So if somebody else goes in and tries to buy that listing, it'll get reverted. I don't understand how it works, but this is a more, okay, it's happened before, but this is a more unique, a more nuanced way of hacking someone and stealing their stuff. It's different. It's noteworthy because it's different. And TLDR there, OX Quit, who works for Yuga Labs, awesome dev, like Gigabrain here. He said there's probably there is an interesting element to this where this does let you do private sales. It lets you hack a private sale into Blur. So I think that's really interesting. He actually said you could probably build a whole marketplace around this type of functionality, using the royalty as the actual payment. It's pretty interesting at the very least. There's always, hey, we can learn from everything, even the negative stuff, the bad shit. And in that case, there is something to be learned there, a little technical advancement. All right, final couple headlines here. Dude, I didn't know this was happening, but there's a lawsuit against DraftKings alleging that their NFTs, right, their fantasy football, and I don't remember if they have other sports, but their fantasy NFTs are securities. This lawsuit was not dismissed by a judge. He's saying it's going to proceed. So we're going to watch that just to see if we get any new rulings on NFTs equaling securities. The precedent that sets never good. So absolutely keeping an eye on that. You guys remember Sahil? He's probably the man of the year, honestly. This is the man responsible for most of the top celebrity meme coins / rugs. Finally, his account suspended on X. I am sure he's got many alt accounts and is going to continue his bullshit work, but Sahil now suspended on X. And then our final little update. I may actually stream this later today. This will come up at noon Eastern time, 11 Central. But Blast having an AMA in their Discord. I don't have anything to ask him, but I really want to hear what the community has to ask. There's so much money in that ecosystem. Remember before that chain went live, guys, there was over 1 billion locked. I can't remember how high it got, if it got close to 1.3, 1.5 billion in TVL. But no matter what happened last week, it's a very significant ecosystem. For all the clowning and dunking people have been doing on it, there is a lot of building going on over there. It's not insignificant. This blockchain does matter. I want to hear what kind of questions people have for Pac-Man, whoever's answering questions. Get an idea of what they're doing here going forward. They do need to, I guess, address some concerns. Probably top of that list is the reward system. It's not what people were expecting. But I want to tune in and hear that. Again, I might be streaming that live, so keep your eyes out for that. Keep your eyes on both Inside NFTs and also on SlamX. I'm not sure what channel it'll be on. Probably SlamX. And with that said, guys, I'll be going live at 10 a.m. Eastern Time over on SlamX. You can catch that at SlamXIO here on X. And you can find it at SlamX Official over on YouTube. All today's topics, getting deeper into those. Probably going to put a big focus on the crypto markets here, because that's really the biggest story here in the past 24 hours. So with that said, let me read through some comments and get you guys on your way. By the way, I appreciate the hell out of you guys showing up every day for this. Love doing it, by the way. This is my favorite thing of the day, so appreciate you guys. Tickle, good morning, sir. Benny, good morning. Mike, good morning. DJen, what's up, brother? Okay, rare sads dropped today. That's a Bitcoin thing. How you feeling about that? I personally not minting shit. Not mention shit. Minting shit. Good morning. First, last. Good morning, further on. No, not right now. I don't know enough about it. If you want, DM me. If you want to send me some info on it, DM me Huda_idiot on X. Yeah, and I don't know anything about rare sads other than, like I said, I wouldn't, in this market, especially on Bitcoin, like if this were a Solana mint, I'd probably mint it because I think there's now evidence that it can do well, although the market took its dump, right? But Bitcoin, I've seen no evidence, none, that new mints actually can do well on secondary. Like the past few we've looked at, Narcos and there's like 5 previous ones, like literally 5, including one, I think 1 or 2 I've minted, that they haven't performed. So because of that, I'm minting nothing until something does do well, and I'm okay with missing that. Like I understand that means I'm going to miss the next big thing, because it'll probably be like this big. It'll be big. It'll be some profits. I'll miss it because I want to see that before I go all in, and not even all in, before I go into anything. Evil Ord was one I minted too, right? This market isn't ready for new mints yet. It's not. So yeah, not touching anything. Yeah, good stuff, Tickle. Appreciate that context there. Yeah. Hey, man, it is what it is, and I still am actually pretty damn optimistic about what's happening. When the market, with these small swings, these couple percent swings, whether it's that or we get a massive dump back down to 40, again, some are calling for that, I don't care. I'm planning for, later this year. I'm planning for next year. I'm planning for 5 years down there. I don't care. I don't want to see anybody's bags wrecked. because I know what that can do for the mental state. But truthfully, don't care. Hopefully you guys don't either, because I think we're all here. Man, if you guys have been here for this stretch of the year that has not been easy, and especially if you were here last fall when it was really difficult, well, then you're here for the same reasons I am. You're just going to be here no matter what. So these periods, these swings, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, hope your morning's fantastic. About an hour and a half here. I'll see you over on SlamX. We got the afternoon show. No afternoon show tomorrow, most likely still, but afternoon show also will be on SlamX. And it's with Joe, it's with Henry, it's with myself. I'll see you guys shortly. See ya.